Hello, race fans. The NASCAR SEGA Cup Series is back once again on an oval as we're getting ready to bring you the Brickyard 400. Once this race concludes, we're only going to have 2 races left to determine our 16 drivers who are going to be trying to get into the chase for the NASCAR SEGA Cup. One of those 16 drivers is actually starting in 3rd place here today. That's Jonathan Zorlin in the number 43. As last week, he ended up gaining a spot from Joshua Osborne, who ended up losing 5. So the points in between 5th and 16th in the points are so close. But I think it's safe to say that we already have 3 drivers who are already confirmed to be in the chase for the championship. They are James Qualls, Seth Cole, and Cole Daly. The only driver out of those 3 that actually have a win is Seth Cole, but consistency is the key in the NASCAR SEGA Cup. Our front row today consists of Dustin Stuller in the 8 and Tim Fiegel in the 19, as we're going to be racing here for 24 laps. Michael Norman, last week's winner from Watkins Glen, he's going to have some work to do, but at a track like Indianapolis, this is the 2020 version. I was usually using the 2010 version, but the 2020 version does have some decent racing. So hopefully all 42 of these drivers will end up giving all of you guys a decent showing here. What kind of racing will we see in Indy? Can Ryan Acosta defend his crown after winning this race last season? I don't know, but we're just seconds away from those famous words in motorsports.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Nice smooth, be there at the end. It's a long race. We just got to stay in contention, no mistakes. That's the big key, no mistakes today. We get up there, we get in the top 10, we ride. That's what we got to do today.
And as the drivers are rolling down the front straightaway, here is your starting lineup for the Brickyard 400. Dustin Stuller and Tim Fiegel are going to have a lot of work to do. We're going to be doing this for 24 laps, and they're going to have 40 other hungry drivers behind them who are going to try to do what they can to try to get this thing going. And one of them is Ryan Acosta, who actually won this race last season. He's going to try to look to do this for the 2nd season in a row as the pace car makes its way onto pit road, and all 42 of these drivers are getting ready to challenge this massive oval as the green flag is now out here for the Brickyard. As we see all the drivers coming down this massive back straightaway, Dustin Stuller continues to hang on to the lead, but he may not have it for long because here comes Jonathan Zorlin trying to fight on the inside. Oh, can't quite do it yet. He tried to make a move on it, but Dustin Stuller is still in charge. Leading lap 1, Dustin Stuller will hang on to it, as we now see the Sega ticker in his big blue glory. But speaking of blue, that blue and white number 43 just took the lead away from Dustin Stuller. Now Jonathan Zorlin will lead this thing. Jonathan Zorlin literally in the final spot for the championship. He's currently 16th in points. A good finish here will solidify his chances of getting being one of the 16 drivers for the chase, but Dustin Stuller, he is all over his back bumper. Nathan Orman breaks away from the rest of the pack as he now sits in third place. Further back and forth, we got two Toyotas trying to work together. That's Tim Fiegel and Dougie Shears now. Tim Fiegel running his auto insurance colors on his number 19, as we now see that Stephen Colin is now back here in the 6th position. Cody Lamas now 6th, 7th, and the caution's out. Oh, the caution is out. It looks like we had an accident. Oh man, they're still wrecking back there. It may have taken place near the front straightaway, but now these guys are racing back to the line, and it looks like that Nathan Orman will get Dustin Stuller for the 3rd position. Jonathan Zoylan will continue to lead, and I'm trying to see where this accident took place. It may have taken place in turns 1 and 2, and that's exactly where it might have happened. But Jonathan Zoylan will lead these drivers back to the yellow flag. Now we need to see who was involved. And oh no, there's some left side damage and rear damage to Brayson Mitchell in the 41. There's right side and rear damage to Aaron Macklin in the 98. And there's some left side damage to Charles Sanford in the 34. Okay, so yes, it definitely happened just before the entrance of turn 2. And I'm trying to see who else was involved. I don't really see any damage on some other cars, unless there may be some cars just bunching up right here. But this may have been just a 3-car incident. It could have been a lot bigger, but well, we had a small green flag run going as Jonathan Zoylan continues to lead the field. Let's head to the replays and see what happened to bring out our first caution. We're here's having to bring out our first caution. Brayson Mitchell ends up getting really loose in turn 1, as we now see Matt McIntyre. He was in the middle of a 3-wide situation between him, Brayson Mitchell, and Nathan Hudson, as McIntyre just hooks the left rear quarter panel of Brayson Mitchell, and that in turn causes the 41 to spin. And he also comes in contact once again with Matt McIntyre as Mitchell spins out right in front of Aaron Macklin, and Charles Sanford literally had nowhere to go. Narrowly avoids Michael Norman, as we see that Kyle Matthews almost got a piece of it as well, as also Christina Bell, but those two manages to avoid this accident. Aaron Macklin hits the wall. Brayson Mitchell is stuck facing the wrong direction, and Charles Sanford is literally just stuck behind the 41 car. This accident could have definitely been a lot bigger, but fortunately only 3 drivers were involved. But unfortunately, this all started with contact between the 27 and the 41. And here we are back at Indianapolis. We're going to restart on lap number 8 out of 24. A third of the way into this race, and shockingly, no drivers have retired out. Charles Sanford, Aaron Macklin, and Brayson Mitchell are still running on the lead lap. But our top 10 is a different story. We have some drivers who just took fuel, some took 2 tires, and some went for a full 4-tire stop. Our leader is still Jonathan Zoylan. Second now is Tim Fiegel. Third is Dougie Shears. Fourth is Cody Lamas. Fifth now is RJ Bishop. Sixth is Nathan Orman. Seventh is Cole Dowley. Eighth now is Stephen Colin. Ninth is Danny Wells. And rounding out the top 10 is Alex Ferranti. The rest of the top 15 are Dustin Stuller, Jessica Shelton, Seth Cole, Dylan Young, and teammate Mitchell Collins. There's still a lot of racing to go, and these drivers are itching to get it into the top 10. Jonathan Zoylan will lead these drivers off for lap number 8 as the pace car will make its way back onto pit road. Jonathan Zoylan better do what he can to defend that lead from Tim Fiegel and Dougie Shears, as the green flag is now back out. Our top 4 right now looking to get their second wins of the season, while RJ Bishop is trying to get his third. And the driver who's in the 6th position right now, he's still trying to get his first. Nathan Orman, as he's all over the back bumper of RJ Bishop. And oh man, the entire inside line is completely working together to just leave Jonathan Zorla in the dust. Tim Fiegel just took the lead away, but he won't have it for long, because now here comes Dougie Shears, our winner from Talladega. He wants to lead here at the Brickyard. And he's bringing Fiegel's teammate along with him, but it looks like Fiegel, he's trying to get a run on the outside, which I believe he will. Fiegel will lead this lap. If you hit turn 4 at a certain spot, you will get a run on the outside, but I don't think he's going to keep that lead for long, because Dougie Shears is trying to fight back. And oh man, there was almost a 3-wide situation there, as Shears will take the lead, but now here comes Cody in the 11. Cody Lamas, the last time he won a race, it was all the way back at Richmond, and he would love to get his second victory of the season here at the Brickyard. But now here comes RJ Bishop, now running the Castrol colors on his number 17. He won at Daytona and Darlington earlier this season. He could have a chance to get his third win of the season and be just like Zachary Fitzwater. But right now, RJ Bishop, he currently sits 37th in standings despite having 2 wins. I don't think he has a chance to get to the championship, even with just 2 races left after this one. And oh man, Cole Daly, he's got some right side damage on his number 18. He must have smacked the wall. And oh man, I thought I heard, two. Oh man, someone's stuck in the fence, and Joshua Mudd is flipping upside down. Oh man, Jonathan Zorla is also spinning out. Oh my goodness, that was a big wreck out of turn 2. But Cody Lamas continues to hang on to that lead now, and we're having a battle for third between Stephen Cullen and Dustin Stuller. Oh man, we got 2 of the Penske drivers. Well, actually, all 3 of the Penske drivers might be in the top 10. But oh man, we had a huge wreck in turn 2. Oh man, I don't know if someone got into someone, but that was a huge accident. And once again, Brayson Mitchell, he was involved, and he is up in smoke, as well as Joshua Osborne in the 1 machine. There's Brett Kenneber missing the front right panel of his car. There's his teammate Charles Sanford. There's Joshua Mudd, who I saw flip upside down. And oh man, I think that's Alex Drayton in the 14. And right here, I believe that's Nathan Ormond. And up ahead, that's Dougie Shears. Oh man, and there is Jonathan Zorla, who I saw spin around in the infield grass. He's got major left side and rear damage. And oh no, Steven Gonzalez, last week's runner-up, he has a lot of front end damage to that Havoline 28. Oh man, a huge accident out of turn 2, as there's a lot of rear damage to the 91 of Samit Ozkan. Oh man. The drivers are trying to figure out exactly where they need to be. Well, actually, we may. Oh, wow. It looks like we're going to have a couple drivers stay out. Dylan Young, Danny Wells, and Christina Bell are staying out. I don't know if this is going to be strategy, but leading them down pit road is going to be Cody Lamas. And he has a huge margin over Stephen Cullen. But let's head to the replays to find out what happened to bring out our second caution of the day. Well, here's having to bring out our second caution of the day. It looks like that Nathan Orman was trying to get back to the inside, but his teammate Joshua Mudd was there, and they were literally in a 3-wide situation here, and I believe Mudd gets loose right into his teammate and Dougie Shears. Like I said, if you go 3 wide here, you are going to have big problems, and that's exactly what happened. Joshua Mudd ends up tumbling in turn 2, and Dougie Shears actually gets stuck in the fence. So that's what I saw there. But oh man, just look at this. Mudd flips upside down right in front of the field, and the driver who hit him was Jonathan Zorland, as Joshua Mudd just barrel rolls down the back straightaway. Chris Dolleton trying to do everything he can to avoid the flipping number 5, which I think he actually does. Wow. Wow, we're gonna have to ride on board with Dollarton, but it just starts a huge chain reaction. Alex Drayton actually gets hit by the 28 of Steven Gonzalez, and oh man, it was just a chain reaction. Further back, Nathan Orman gets clobbered. I believe he got hit by Joshua Osborne. And Charles Sanford, oh man, he gives another hit to Alex Drayton, and that just sends him spinning around. Joshua Osborne, and he gives a hit to Charles Sanford. Oh man. Just a huge chain reaction of trying to avoid everything. And there is black smoke coming out of Drayton's teammate, Brayson Mitchell, as we see Aaron Macklin driving to the inside, avoiding all of this with a damaged number 98. And oh man, I'm gonna have to bring it back a little bit because I'm just trying to see like what's the best view. I guess the TV1 camera is the best view for this. I need to stay with, let's see. Okay, well Dougie Shears, he's stuck in the fence. I'm trying to see like okay, Joshua Mudd is tumbling. Oh, it looks like Alex Drayton got into the back of Samad Oskan. That's how he got that damage. And Steven Gonzalez was also right behind him. Then further back, we see Nathan Orman, and then he gets hit by Brayson Mitchell in the 41. That's where he got off that damage. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to get some onboards. Here we are with our first onboard camera from the number 82 Red Bull Toyota Camry of Chris Dollarton. Okay, Dollarton actually came in contact with Jonathan Zola, and he slows down enough to avoid the tumbling Joshua Mudd. Now here we are with the onboard camera from the number 9 Hooters Chevrolet Camaro of Alex Ferranti. Wow, that was some really good wreck avoidance there by the number 9. He did not want to get caught up in that, but unfortunately his teammate Joshua Mudd did. Now here we are riding on board with the number 14 Rush Truck Centers Ford Mustang of Alex Drayton. The initial contact, Drayton actually did slow down enough, but then he slams right into the back of the 91 car. Then right there he gets slammed by Charles Sanford, and unfortunately he ended up teleporting to pit road. Now here we are with one final on board with the number 60 Fastenal Ford Mustang of Levi McIntyre. As soon as the smoke comes up, McIntyre just slams on the brakes and tries to go as slow as possible as he drives past all this carnage. And here we are back at the Brickyard 400. We're going to restart on lap number 15. So we're only going to have 10 laps to go. Now, RJ Bishop, Dylan Young, Christina Bell, and Danny Wells stayed out, but they came back. They came down pit road on the lap like right after. So they're going to be on a different fuel strategy. I don't know if this is going to be the right call, though. But the drivers we now have out of the race are Charles Sanford, Brayson Mitchell, Joshua Osborne, Brett Kennenberg, Dougie Shears, Nathan Orman, Alex Drayton, Joshua Mudd, and Steven Gonzalez. Our top 10, once we get back underway, goes as follows. Brandon Krasser is the race leader. Second is Cody Lamas. Third is Cole Deaver. Fourth is Stephen Colin. Fifth now is excuse me, Dustin Stuller. Sixth is Tim Fiegel. Seventh is Mitchell Collins. Eighth now is Ryan Acosta. Ninth is William Brock. And rounding out the top 10 is Allison Rain. The rest of the top 15 are Alex Ferranti, teammate Seth Cole, Sky Commons, Jake Rogers, and Dylan Poteet. A lot can happen in 10 laps. Hopefully we don't have anyone else trying to go 3 wide after that big one that took place out of turn 2. But the pace car once again makes its way down pit road. Brandon Krasser will lead this field down to the start-finish line, trying to get his second victory of the season and his first on the oval, as the green flag is now back out. And oh man, Cole Deaver, he wasted no time. Cole Deaver, he's already looking to try to take second place away from Cody Lamas. And oh man, it looks like he wants more. He's going to try to do what he can to chase down that 23 car. This is the first year in the NASCAR SEGA Cup that I've ever ran the number 3, and Cole Deaver wants to be the first driver to put that number 3 in victory lane. And oh man, it looks like he's going to the inside of Brandon Krasser. He wants to lead now, but he's gonna have Stephen Colin right behind him. As Stephen Colin, he's and oh man, it looks like. And oh man, wow, Brandon Krasser, Cole Deaver coming down pit road. And oh man, the caution is back out again. Oh man, the caution's back out again. And oh man, we got a car upside down. That's Dylan Young. Oh no, it's Dylan Young and Christina Bell. Oh no, what in the world happened there? Simon Oscon is up in smoke. Chris Dalton is up in smoke. Oh man, I don't know what happened there, but oh no. Something must have happened in turns 3 and 4. And oh man, I'm trying to see if there's any damage to Danny Wells. Well, there's a little bit of hood damage there, but that's from the cars bunching up. I don't think he was involved in that accident. But oh man, that's gonna give the lead over to Stephen Colin in the 88. He's also looking to get his second win of the season. His first win came all the way back at Bristol Dirt, but we're gonna have to, yeah, it happened in turns in between turns 3 and 4. So we're gonna have to go to the replays once again to see what happened there. Well, here's having to brought out our third caution of the day. It looks like Christina Bell was trying to challenge Simon Oscon, and they got put in a 3-wide situation. Simon Oscon nearly came in contact with Matt McIntyre in the 27, and it looks like Simon, he gets hooked by the 40 of Christina Bell right into Dylan Young. Dylan Young had absolutely no chance to even react there in time, as he was just an innocent victim in that. And Dylan Young, he climbed himself all the way up to 12th in the standings after gaining 8 positions last week. And unfortunately, his day is going to end early as he is spinning upside down. Chris Darlington was also involved into it. As you can see, the front damage on the 82. Now, while this was going on, further back, another accident happened. Aaron Macklin, RJ Bishop, and Chris Darlington were in a 3-wide situation. And like I said, if you go 3 wide here, you're going to crash. As RJ Bishop gets the 98 stuck in the middle, and that makes him get hooked by the 82 of Chris Darlington as he spins out at the entrance of turn 4. His wheels locked up and he's going around. He tries to catch himself, which he does do, as we see Dylan Young continue to spin upside down on his roof. Christina Bell, she's trying to get herself going back in the right direction, but she's gonna go to the garage area, I believe, as we see Darlington, all the smoke coming from the back of the 82 car. 2 sets of incidents literally happened in the same place. I was hoping to get a decent green flag run going, but unfortunately that isn't going to happen, as we see that Stephen Colin literally crossed the line first to catch the pace car. Well, let's head back to live action and hopefully get to the finish of this thing. And here we are back at the Brickyard. We're going to restart with 5 laps to go as Stephen Cullen is your race leader. We have more drivers who are now out of this race. They are Christina Bell, Chris Dollarton, Dylan Young, Simon Oscon, and Aaron Macklin. Our top 10, once we get back underway, goes as follows. Stephen Cullen is the race leader, trying to capture his second win of the season. Second now is William Brock, trying to get his first win of the season. Third is Dustin Stuller. Fourth is Alex Ferranti. Fifth is Tim Fiegel. Sixth is Seth Cole. Seventh is Cody Lamas. Eighth is Ryan Acosta, trying to win this race for the second season in a row. Ninth is Mitchell Collins. And rounding out the top 10 is Jake Rogers, who actually started this race from dead last, and he's made his way into the top 10. The rest of the top 15 are Allison Rain, Zachary Fitzwater, teammate Sky Commons, last week's winner Michael Norman, and James McLeod. Stephen Cullen's going to have to do some defending, and he needs to hope that no one tries to go 3 wide all over again, even though 6 drivers tried to do that and ended up getting wrecked for it. But Stephen Cullen, well, he might actually want a quick caution because he is the race leader right now. He better hope that that 42 doesn't get a strong start. Stephen Cullen to get his first victory on an actual asphalt oval, as the green flag is now back out, and he got a strong restart off the line, but he doesn't want to get too far ahead because here comes the 42 and the 8 to try to chase him down. And oh man, it looks like William Brock is trying to go to the inside, but Cullen tries to slam the door on him. As you see all the drivers going single file down the back straightaway, no one is trying to make a move just yet. I guess they're just biding their time, but oh wait, here they come. Now here comes William Brock, and he's bringing Alex Ferranti along with him. Oh man, and I'm trying to make sure that no one is trying to go 3 wide here. And it looks like, yes, things are going clean right now, but that's going to give the lead over to William Brock in the 42, but he doesn't have any help. Stephen Cole is trying to fight back on the outside with the help of Dustin Stuller, but he can't quite do it yet. But now here comes Alex Ferranti, and he's bringing Cody Lamas along with him, as well as Mitchell Collins. But William Brock, he's hanging on to this lead over the last couple of weeks. William Brock has had some of the worst luck he's had all season. William Brock, I'm trying to find him on the list. He currently sits 22nd in standings right now. He's one of the drivers desperately trying to race their way in for the championship. And look who's in 5th place now, Jake Rogers. He restarted this race from the 10th position. Oh man, he's trying to represent for his fallen Everham teammates. And it looks like everything has settled down, but the top 5 has broken away from the rest of the pack as we now have 3 laps to go. Seth Cole now sits by himself in the 6th position. 7th now is Zachary Fitzwater, ever having a battle for 8th between Sky Commons and Kyle Matthews. Oh man, the top 5 are running dangerously close right now. If Cody Lamas and Alex Ferranti want to try to do anything to get around that 42 car, they better do it fast, as we now see that Cody Lamas, he's going to the inside of Alex Ferranti for the 2nd spot. And oh man, that's exactly what William Brock needs to happen. Going to the TV2 camera to make sure that no. And oh man, we actually got some guys coming down pit road. Oh man. Now this begs the question, who can make it on fuel, as we're having a heated battle for 2nd place between Cody Lamas and Alex Ferranti. But now here comes Jake Rogers. Jake Rogers is a man on a mission right now. He just went from 5th to 3rd. If anybody needs a caution to come out right now, it's William Brock. But I don't know if Cody Lamas has enough to chase him back down, or if any of these guys have to come back down pit road. Oh man, William Brock better hope that his team got that engine situation settled. The last thing he wants to do is to blow up right now. And I don't know if the caution is out. I don't think it is. I'm trying to see if the caution is out, and no, it is not. We're still going green. The white flag is now waving here at Indy. Does Cody Lamas have anything for this 42 car? They're catching up. They're trying to catch some drivers leaving pit road, but they're taking the access lane, which should be smooth sailing for these leaders as Michael Norman is about to get back onto the track. But Cody Lamas better do what he can to chase him down. Can Jessica Shelton somehow slow down the 42 for her teammate? I don't know, but Cody Lamas, he got a big run out of turn 3. But it may be too little too late. Coming out of turn 4 for the final time in the mix of traffic, William Brock. After weeks of bad luck, he will take home the Brickyard 400. Sonico Fuel and Vintage congratulates William Brock for winning here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway as he will take home the Brickyard 400. With this victory, now all three of the Sega Motorsports cars have tasted victory lane this season, as William Brock will finally get his. And this race is indeed in the books. William Brock captures his very first win of his NASCAR SEGA Cup Series career as he will bring it on home, and he will get that Clover number 42 to victory lane. Cody Lamas had a very, very strong car, but unfortunately he'll have to settle for second place here today. Jake Rogers, how about the number 94? He started this race in dead last, and he raced himself all the way up to third place. That 94 was definitely fast, but he'll have to settle for a nice podium finish. Alex Ferranti rebounds to get fourth place. Mitchell Collins ends up fifth after an abysmal run last week. Zachary Fitzwater will end up in sixth place. Stephen Colin drops all the way down to seventh. Ryan Acosta, a good run for the 78 for eighth place. Dustin Stuller will end up ninth, and running out the top 10 is Tim Fiegel. Then we have RJ Bishop, Nathan Hudson, Brandon Krasa, Alice Arena, and Dylan Pote rounds out the top 15. A good run for all these guys. Then we have Cole Deaver, Jonathan Zorlin, Seth Cole, Sky Commons, and Cole Daly round out the top 20. Then we have Jessica Shelton, Kyle Matthews, and Levi McIntyre. Levi McIntyre was actually the last driver to finish on the lead lap. And I guess Michael Norman, Matt McIntyre, Danny Wells, James Qualls, and James McLeod, they were the drivers who had to come down pit road. I guess they couldn't make it on fuel. Then 29th on down to 42nd are all the drivers who retire out of this race. They are Aaron Macklin, Samit Oskan, Dylan Young, Chris Dollarton, Christina Bell, Steven Gonzalez, Joshua Mudd, Alex Drayton, Nathan Orman, Dougie Shears, Brett Kennenberg, Joshua Osborne, Brayson Mitchell, and Charles Sanford. That is our field. Well, race fans, that does it here for Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The next time the SEGA Cup Series comes to YouTube, we will be live at Michigan International Speedway, a very fast racetrack, and these drivers only have 2 more chances to try to make up their positions to try to get into the final 16. I might actually post something on Facebook to see if any of the fans or the drivers want to see like how this will end up for the chase for the SEGA Cup, but that will come out in probably the next couple of days, as well as this race, which I will now have to edit. But the next time the SEGA Cup Series comes back on YouTube, we will be at Michigan International Speedway. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that as I hopefully try to find a newer version, because for the last couple of seasons, I've been using the 2009 version. But hopefully we may see a newer version, but which one? I don't know. You're just going to have to tune in to find out. Congratulations one last time to William Brock for winning the Brickyard 400, and we'll see you at Michigan.